Hi guys, it's Ksenia. Welcome back to my channel. So today I am doing another Air perfume haul. This is one of my most requested videos to do on my channel lately. I know Air fragrances have kind of honestly taken over the fragrance world, rightfully so, because they deliver so much, but yet their prices are so affordable. And you know I'm all about perfumes that smell expensive, that are really affordable. I have one other Air perfume haul on my channel where I reviewed and hauled a bunch of other Air perfumes, so I'm gonna link that up here. But today I have some more to share with you guys. I asked you for some recommendations a few videos back, and a lot of you guys gave me a ton of recommendations. I love that we've built up this little community on here, because obviously a lot of you guys that watch me because you have similar tastes as me, so you know that things that I recommend probably resonate with you as well. And the beauty in that is that we have this little relationship going where not only am I recommending things to you, but you recommend things to me, because the things that you guys like, most likely I do as well. So when I asked for some Air fragrance recommendations, you definitely delivered, and I'm trying a bunch of them out in this video. And definitely keep your recommendations coming, because I plan on doing so many more Air fragrance videos. I actually have more Air fragrances on the way as we're talking here right now. So definitely stay tuned for more of these videos to come. And I'm gonna rate every single one of these perfumes just so we can kind of get a feel of where I stand with them as of now. Now keep in mind, this is a haul, and these are like my first impressions / I've worn them just a couple of times. I haven't had that much time with these, so these are my ratings based off of just a little bit of getting to know with them, so just keep that in mind. With all that being said, before we get into it, please make sure that you're subscribed to my channel and turn post notifications on, and let's get straight into this video. Okay, the majority of these are by TWA, which I feel like is one of the most well-known Air fragrance brands, but then I also have one by Swiss Arabian. So I guess let's start with that. So I picked up Shaka Oud by Swiss Arabian. I'm sorry beforehand about the pronunciation of a lot of these fragrances in this video. This is what Swiss Arabian looks like. It's a mirrored bottle, so I'm gonna try not to move it too much. Here's the back. It has all these like X's. Ooh. That's like ASMR. I bought this perfume for $27.96. So under 30 bucks. This I feel like is one of the most popular of the Air fragrances. There's a lot more coming out now that people are getting obsessed with, but I feel like this is one of the OGs that really got people into Air fragrances. Everywhere I heard people talking about this scent, everyone would say how powerful this perfume was. This is one of the strongest perfumes ever, and I mean, I think Air fragrances are also known for their strength and projection, longevity, and all of that, so that's one thing you never have to worry about Air fragrances. I mean, obviously the prices are right, but so is longevity. Like if you're someone that really values longevity, you're gonna wanna definitely look into Air fragrances. So Shaka Oud is obviously very oud oriented. I've talked about the note of oud previously on my channel. This is a very expensive smelling note and also expensive to resource note, which is crazy because this perfume is so affordable. Now oud is a pretty polarizing scent. You either love oud or you absolutely hate it, because it has this very distinct smell and sense, and I feel like oud a lot of the times kind of may come across as pretty unisex. And actually, this perfume is unisex. And I feel like a lot of Air fragrances are unisex. By the way, if I'm looking down, my laptop is down here. This has top notes of saffron, middle notes of agar wood or oud and rose, and base notes of oud again, praline, and vanilla. So you get oud both in the middle and in the base notes. So you can expect to really smell that oud in here, and you definitely do, but it's very nicely balanced by the sweet notes that are in here. Like this is a very sweet scent mixed with a ton of oud. The oud is prominent, but while not dominating over the other notes, if that makes sense. Like it's not eating away at all the other notes where you're just only smelling oud and nothing else. I feel like you can smell a little bit of each of the notes that are in here. I think the only note that I don't smell that much in here is probably that rose or even the saffron. I just really don't get much of a floral vibe in here. It's mainly just a very sweet, warm, kind of oudy smell. I definitely smell the praline, and I definitely smell the vanilla, and of course the oud. It's pretty much like those are the top 3 notes in here. This is very powerful. People were not lying when they said you could smell this a million miles away. This is definitely gonna fill up a room. It's gonna definitely make you notice. So be aware of that whenever you pick where you're gonna wear this scent. You know, if you wanna really stand out, then wear it. If you don't, definitely don't wear it because you definitely will stand out. This perfume is very much compared to Oud Bouquet by Lancome, which is on the higher end side of Lancome. Like that's like their expensive line of fragrances. So the fact that this is duping that at under $30 is definitely very impressive. I've never smelled Oud Bouquet, but a lot of people say that this is like the clone of Oud Bouquet that is very close to it. So maybe if that's a scent you've been wanting to get, try this out at a much affordable cost. It definitely smells super expensive. Do I see myself using this as like my everyday kind of scent? Definitely not. This is very much a special occasion scent. Maybe it's like signature worthy for some people because it is so unique and powerful. So if that's your vibe, this could be like your signature, and it's a very powerful signature scent. But I don't think I would feel comfortable wearing this on a daily basis. I definitely like it. I have to wear it more to see if I like fall in love with that scent. As of now, it's just like a really strong like, but I haven't really worn it that much just because I don't really do many exciting things these days. So if I go out, I'm gonna put that fragrance to the test and see how I like it throughout the day because it is a really strong scent. So I'm just wondering how I would do with that if I'm like constantly smelling it because it is so strong. So we'll see. Let me know your thoughts on this perfume in the comments down below. Rating wise, I would give Shaka Oud a 6 out of 10. It's a little bit lower just because it's way too powerful of a scent for me, and I haven't had that much time to get to know this scent, and I'm not used to strong, powerful oud scents yet, so that's why I'm giving it the rating that I'm giving it. All right, let's get into all the Lattafa fragrances. Let's go to this one next because I'm sure a lot of you are probably most excited about this. This was one of the most recommended fragrances for me to get, which is Yara TWA. I'm not sure how to say it. The original Yara is definitely one of my favorite air fragrances that I've ever tried. It's like the pinker version of Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Crush, like the Cheirosa 62 scent. It just smells more pink and almost like a strawberry version. So I love that. This is totally different. Now, I'm very mad at this perfume. Not about the scent, but I don't know what they did when they shipped this out. This perfume is falling apart. Not only was the perfume, I'm like afraid to even open this on top of my laptop because it's gonna spill everywhere, but look, oh, it was leaking all over, and now the cap is just like, there's juice of the perfume all over it. Like the nozzle is not right, and then this part was like falling apart. I kind of put it back as best as I could so that it doesn't fall out, and I think it's good now, but it's basically like falling apart when it came to me, so I was kind of disappointed in that. But let's get into the scent because the scent is really where it's at. This smells entirely different to the original Yara, and I mean that in a great way. I love the original Yara, but obviously if I'm spending money on a perfume, even if it is a flanker, I expect it to be a good amount different, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to feel like I'm buying the same scent, and this is definitely different to Yara. This perfume reminds me a lot of Olympea by Paco Rabanne. It's like a beachy, salty fragrance, but this is way sweeter than Olympea. It's like more creamy and more delicious. I love it. I'm obsessed with Yara fragrances. I know that there's two more. I know that there's a Yara that's like in this white bottle, and then I know that there's one in this black bottle. The notes in this are absolutely delicious, and they definitely translate to how this smells because it's yummy and juicy. So this has top notes of mango, coconut, and passion fruit. That is like the tropical fruit trio. It has middle notes of jasmine, heliotrope, and orange blossom, and base notes of vanilla, cashmere, and musk. On Fragrantica, I also saw that this was being compared to Bodacious by Juicy Couture, which you all know I love if you watch my channel. I don't really see that much of a resemblance to Bodacious. I guess just like the creamy coconut sweetness that it has. But this is a perfect one if you're going on vacation. It doesn't smell like sunscreen, but it definitely smells like being in the tropics. It smells like, have you guys ever watched H2O? Like, this is a serious question that I need to ask on here because that was my show. I watch that show to this day. It's like my feel-good show. If I'm having like a rough day, I'll throw in an episode of H2O and I'm just like automatically in a good mood. But I'm mentioning that because I feel like this scent smells like the whole set of H2O, the whole vibe of H2O. You know when they go to Mako Island, like when they're hanging around the island and like just like the beachy vibes of that entire show, that is what this perfume gives me. It is like beachy, tropical, fruity deliciousness. I'm obsessed and I seriously need to know if you guys have watched H2O. So let me know in the comments. And I almost forgot to mention the price point. Yara TWA 2. I don't know. It retails for $24.99, so 25 bucks. I would give Yara TWA 2 a 10 out of 10. I love me a good tropical scent and all the vibes of that are so good. So that's another one that's 10 out of 10, much like the original Yara. Let me know if I need to get my hands on like the Yara, the white one. I don't know their names, but I think I looked into that and I don't think I was too happy with what I saw, but maybe it is a really good one. So let me know in the comments if you tried the white one, if I need to get my hands on that one also. Next up, this is one of the most expensive, luxurious looking bottles. And even the way that it opens. Okay, here is the stunning bottle. This just sitting on your vanity, people would think like, dang girl, how much money did you spend on this? Because it's giving high-end, super high-end, rich vibes, and it has some weight to it. Like this is heavy. All the details of it, I just can't believe the price point. When I tell you the price point of this, you're gonna be shocked because even by the outside presentation, this is giving me $300 and it was $26. So for $26, you get this insanely packaged perfume. Like look at the cap. I mean, the attention to detail on this perfume is crazy. I'm just stunned by how beautiful this is. For the price point, it's like unbelievable. I have no idea where to even start on saying this name. So of course you're gonna see it on the screen. This is Amethyst. I don't know how to say everything else, but I can read Amethyst. This scent is another oud-oriented scent. This perfume has top notes of pink pepper and bergamot, middle notes of Turkish rose, Bulgarian rose, and jasmine, and base notes of oud, amber, and vanilla. It's a very well-rounded list of notes, I feel like, and the oud in here is definitely a lot more subdued than the Shaka Oud fragrance. This one is just like screaming oud, whereas this one has just a touch of oud. So it's not as screaming in your face in this one, and a good way to get into oud fragrances. It's still very powerful, very strong, very, again, signature worthy. This even comes with like this that you'll get in a lot of high-end fragrances. It tells you the name of it. Ooh, this smells so good. It kind of reminds me of the Kayali Vanilla Oud. Which was it? I forget the name of it right now, but the new Kayali Oud collection that came out. I never got to smell the other ones, but I did talk about the Vanilla Oud fragrance. It kind of gives me a vibe to that. It's definitely purple smelling, and I don't know if it's just the packaging that's influencing me to say that, but there's definitely a purple vibe to this. It's more of, I guess, a serious perfume, but it's also very sexy. It has this mysterious vibe to it. It's very intoxicating. The oud in here is beautiful. It's not too much. It's not like screechy or anything, but you can definitely smell it. It has that richness and it gives this like this really expensive feel. Other than the Kayali one that I just mentioned, I've never really smelled a perfume like this. It's very one of a kind again, which is pretty typical for Arab fragrances, which is why a lot of people love them, is they're very one of a kind. They'll make you smell unique and smell like nobody else out there. A lot of designers, especially nowadays with all the new releases that are coming now, it's like they put more emphasis on the outside packaging and the notes sound so good, and then you smell it and you're like, I've smelled this before. Like they all are starting to smell the same, and that's one thing you don't have to worry about with Arab fragrances, is they will give you originality for sure. If you're wanting to smell super original, very signature scent worthy, something that people will remember you by, it's the scents you're gonna want to get into. And again, I find this to be very much of a special occasion type fragrance because it is stronger. This is another one where, because it's so unique and leathery and oudy, not as much as this, but still has a good amount of it. It's one of those that I have to get into it more and wear it more to really develop like my full opinion on it, but I do like it. I'm kind of like on the same journey as this with these two because they are so oud heavy, and I'm still getting into the oud fragrances. Like, I don't think my nose is completely used to oud yet. I would give this a 7 out of 10. It's definitely higher than the Shaka Oud as of right now because I feel like the oud is a little bit more toned down and I can get on with it a little bit easier. And then the last one, this was another one that was very much recommended by you guys. I can't pronounce. It's by TWA, but you'll see the name on the screen. This is giving Mustang Logo. I was surprisingly so in love with this perfume, specifically because this gives me so much nostalgia. This is another one where the attention to detail is just outstanding. This fragrance is so strange to me because the first impression that I got when I first smelled this, I was like, this reminds me of my childhood. Not so much when it first opens up, but specifically in the dry down, this reminded me of playing with my Barbie dolls. When I was younger, my friends and I all would get together with our Barbies. We would get fabrics and we would start like making clothes for them. And it reminded me of that time because for some reason, this perfume smells like the plastic of Barbie dolls. It has this sweetness to it. It's a coconutty fragrance. It honestly smells a lot like sunscreen, but this is one of the most unique sunscreeny, beachy kind of coconutty smells that I've ever smelled because there's also this sandalwood almost scent to it, like this woody, almost leathery scent. I guess almost like plasticky scent, which is why it reminds me of Barbie dolls. I know that that's strange, but every time I smell it, I get so much nostalgia from this scent. This has top notes of coconut, citruses, and pineapple. So we have yet again another one like that Yara one that opens up with these very tropical, fruity, juicy, sweet kind of notes. It has middle notes of ylang ylang and frangipani, jasmine, and base notes of vanilla, musk, and sandalwood. I definitely smell that sandalwood, especially in the dry down. I feel like it just adds something more to all those notes, and it takes us from being just like a basic tropical sunscreeny kind of scent to a little bit more of a high-end, just heightened version of that type of scent. Of course, those juicy citrus tropical fruits are giving it even more of that tropical feel. So this is definitely another one that's going to be very tropical vacation oriented. I think this Yara one is more the end of your beach day when you come home and you get ready for dinner. And then this is one that you wear going to the pool, going to the beach. It's giving me more like actually at the beach tropical vacation vibes. So yeah, I really like this one. This is one of the most unique sunscreeny coconut beachy scents for sure. It's giving something new to my collection that I don't really have. So I would give this a 9 out of 10, not a straight up 10 out of 10. Just because it's not a scent that I would wear like every day, like this Yara one where I feel like it's pretty versatile and I could wear it all the time, even though it has a strong vacation-like feel. This one is so strongly vacation-y and just a lot more sunscreeny that I feel like this is more strictly beach time, pool time type of vibe. So those are all of the air fragrances that I tried this time. Let me know any more recommendations you have for me in the comments. Like I said, I already have more air fragrances coming in the mail as we speak. I have some really good ones too, so I'm like so excited to get those in the mail. I'm anxiously waiting, and as soon as I have a good amount of those, I will do another air fragrances haul. So yeah, but that is it for me today. Let me know if you tried any of the fragrances that I talked about today and how you like them. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already and turn your post notifications on, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.